If you're watching this video, then you want to learn to draw dynamic poses like this. The only problem is, when you try to draw with perspective, it ends up looking something more like this. But don't worry, because I got you. If that's the case, then you need to learn about the vanishing point. This is a rule of perspective that shows that objects are smaller when further and bigger when closer to you. All you have to do is draw a point, whether a dot or any other shape, and draw lines coming out of it like this. Then whatever shape you draw will follow these lines as it's coming closer to you. This will create depth in your image as shown right here. Pretend the vanishing point is that door, and these lines coming out are walls. Just like that, you drew a whole entire hallway with perspective. Let's try this with a simple character, which I use boxes to draw the guidelines with. So let's say the character's arm is reaching out like this. This is our vanishing point, the beginning of the shoulder, and these are the lines coming out. Now using these lines, we can draw a rectangle to make it as easy as possible. Remember to follow the lines as it's coming out. Now draw the front of the rectangle, which will be a normal square. From here, split your rectangle into these separate parts, which are the different parts of the arm. Use rounder shapes to better represent the human body. And that's basically it. From here, all you have to do is draw the hand. Feel free to follow along if you're comfortable. But wait, because we're not done. And don't worry, I will make a tutorial on how to draw hands in the next video. So if you do struggle with this, then make sure you stick around. Easier than you thought, right? Let's try something more challenging. So to draw the full human body with perspective, we need to understand that the human body is split into 5 parts as shown here. Knowing this, let's try drawing the reference on the right. This will include perspective for the body and foreshortening, which is another word for basically perspective for the arms. As always, begin with your vanishing point as well as the lines coming out. And now we draw in our perfectly split 5 lines, right? No! Because remember, as the lines get closer to the vanishing point, they will shrink, as you can see right here. And now it's time to draw in our simple guidelines. As always, begin with the head. And yes, I do already have a tutorial on that posted on my account. Okay, this is where your skill of patience comes in. Because first of all, you are gonna have to trust the process. It's gonna look a little stupid while you're getting there, but trust me, when you reach the end, you won't regret it. Also, this will probably take you a few tries, so don't worry if you mess up on your first few times. Anyways, follow along to draw the simple guidelines of the body as shown here. Remember to use our 5 lines to help. The legs will look a little bit like chicken wings, so don't worry about that. It'll all come together at the end. And now it's time for what we've been practicing for. We'll go ahead and use the shoulders as our vanishing points. Just like before, go ahead and draw in your lines coming out. If it makes it easier for you, then don't be afraid to use a rectangle as your guideline for the arm. But in this case, I just drew the arm straight away. You can do whatever you feel most comfortable to. Again, it's that simple. From here, all you have to do is draw in the hand, and you're good. To be honest, the hands are most definitely the hardest part to draw. So bear with me for a moment. And don't worry, because I will teach you how to draw these in the next video. Time to repeat the same steps on the other arm. Draw the lines coming out of the vanishing point and the guidelines for the arm. Or in this case, just the arm straight up. Believe it or not, that's actually it. Just a few little lines and now the hand. Boom, just like that, you've mastered perspective. Let me tell you, if you could draw this pose, then you can draw basically any other pose. If you're still struggling to draw poses like this, then check out my last video, where your poses will go from looking like this to like this.